Hi all, welcome to Analytics School. This is SQL for Data Science series, and today we are going to discuss about how to create temporary tables in SQL. So, a temporary table in SQL Server, as the name suggests, is a database that exists temporarily on the database server. A temporary table stores a subset of the data from a normal table for a certain period of time. So there are certain advantages of using temporary table. They are that temporary tables are particularly useful when you have a large number of records in a table and you repeatedly need to interact with a small subset of those records. In such cases, instead of filtering the data again and again to fetch the subset, you can filter the data once and store into a temporary table. And temporary tables has less logging and locking overheads for the temporary tables. They execute more quickly also. And one can create a temporary table and insert, delete, and update the record without worrying about whether you have sufficient right to change the data in the permanent tables or whether you might be accidentally doing so. So these are the certain advantages of using temporary table. This is one of the syntax. So one can create temporary tables manually, means by going through the conventional commands like using create statement, which you are going to see, but I have not mentioned it here because as a data scientist or as a data analyst, we basically create a temporary table out of by using the main tables. And this is a syntax, a very simple syntax. If you are using one hash, then you are going to create a temporary table for a particular schema. Whereas if you are using two hashes, then you are going to create a global temporary table and you can call them from any schemas. So that is the main difference between the one hash and two hash, and we are going to see that particular examples. The simplest way of creating a temporary table is by using into statement within a select query. Now let's create a temporary table that will be a subset of orders table. Let me show you the orders table first. So this is a transaction tables. You can say any sales transaction table, and you have order ID, order date, and ship date, and all. And what we are going to do, we will create a temporary table with records only for furniture. Okay, so we are basically going to filter out the data on the basis of category equal to furniture. And how we are going to do it is a very simple method. Select star from so this particular query is going to give us the records only for furniture. Okay, so how many records are there? Two, 1 to 1. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create a temporary table which has all the records, all the transactions from orders table for furniture category. What we are going to use, we are going to use into keyword, use the hash, and let's say we name our table as furniture. Okay, let's run the code. So you can see 2121 rows affected and it has created a temporary table, and we can verify that also. We can go to system database, temp database, and you can see here in temporary tables it has created a dbo.furniture. Okay, and what we are going to do, now we can use this furniture table for analysis. To use it, we need to mention here hash, and then we can use this particular table. Okay, let's run this code and see how many records are there. So you can see here 2 1 2 1 records are there. This is one method which you can use to create temporary tables by using into keywords. Another method is just like creating a normal table by using create a statement, and we are going to see that. So what we need to do is create table, and we need to take care of hash. If you're not going to put up hash, then it is going to be a problem for you. And we are going to create a table of students. Name, varchar, let's say 54, age, integer, and let's say gender. And we have process. Let's insert some record. Because you can do anything normally you do with normal tables, you can insert, update, delete, drop the table in the same way as we do it with the normal table, and we do not need any special permission from admin also. So let's see how we are going to do it. Let's say ASD, age 10, and gender is, let's say, male. Let's say these two records I want to insert. Oh, I forgot to create a table. So you can see here 2 rows are affected, and if we wanted to check out this particular table, we can see from students, and we can access the records. Okay, now there is another thing, how to create a global temporary tables. Okay, and let me show you, before we go there, let me show you where this student table has been created. You can check in the system database. Since I'm recording and I have selected a particular screen, I cannot show it to you. But if you'll go into the SQL Server system database and then select temporary tables, under temporary tables you will find out both the tables. Okay. Sorry, my bad that I had not selected the whole screen. But anyways, and the last example which we are going to do is to see how we can create a global temporary table. It's very simple. Again, we are going to use the into keywords, and we are going to put 2 hashes from DBO where category. That's it. That is what you need to do, and it will create a global temporary table which you can access from any database, any schema you are in. You can access that global temporary table. Now, if you want to delete this, drop this table, you can means there are 2 ways the tables are going to be dropped. One is automatic deletion, means whenever I'm going to shut down my system or end this particular session, then the all the temporary tables will be dropped, and the manual table deletion is by using the drop statement. I can mention here drop table, hash, furniture, and this will drop the table. So guys, this is from my side. Before you go, I have created 2 more videos. One is on common table expression in SQL, and the other one is not on any particular topic as such, but it is a guidance for you. It's based on my experience that why data science or analytics projects fails. Hope you guys are going to like those videos also. So thank you so much. Have a good day.